And right now I do see that you have some magic paraphernalia with us. If you would like to kind of hold it up, we can have Jim bring in the screen or so. So I can help hold up. So let's see what she has.
Well, here's a convention label from the National IBM, the 14th Annual Convention.
Oh, Battle Creek, Michigan.
1939.
1939. It happened in June. 14, 15, 16, and 17. Interesting, though.
This is my father,
from
whom I learned.
Abe Warsaw. Yeah. Pictured on the front cover, the linking ring. And this date is November of 1936. You have that, Jim? Excellent. What else do you have?
I think.
Oh, look at this. This dropped right on the floor, but this is a membership card, International Brotherhood of Magicians, A. Warsaw. So it's your father's membership, May 1st, 1938. And you get a good, excellent. What else do you have?
Well, I think magicians have pretty broad scopes to their information, and I found this letter from the University of Michigan, and it's thanking him for his work in helping save the Indian mounds in Grand Rapids.
Wow.
Which date back about.
It says, Dear Mr. Warsaw, I am pleased to note that you have caused to be accomplished the preservation of the mounds to which you referred in your former letter. I want to congratulate you upon your success. I shall be glad to examine fragments of the reddish-brown material to which you refer. Please send me a piece. Very sincerely yours, W.B. Hinsdale. Remarkable. Anything else that you would like to share with us? You have many items.
Yeah, this is a 10-card trick, and it was by my father, but the interesting part is that this writing was something that he developed. He had only an elementary education, but he never stopped reading his whole life. And one time he sat down and he said his handwriting was so bad, so he developed this, which I think is a very nice script.
Get a picture of that? Excellent.
And these are just things. Firefighter goes to hospital.
Oh, from the Grand Rapids Herald. It no longer is in existence, but I think it linked in with the Grand Rapids Press. But okay, article. Fire eater goes to hospital when trick goes wrong. And that was July 26th, South Haven. I don't know if we have a year here, but of course, I would think that's, 1940s, you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just about them.
Magicians organized. Amateur and professional magicians organized the club Tuesday night, and when we meet monthly, officers are President Abe Warsaw, Vice President Jim Miller, and Secretary-Treasurer Stanley Sheff. Don Seff, who has just returned from a 17-week tour of camps and hospitals, was Master of Ceremonies in a program presented by members. So what is this? What club is that? Do you recall?
Yes, this is the original club, 16.
Oh, Ring 16. Okay.
And you can date it. Anything we should date.
Yeah.
But you can just date it by what it says. You know, he just returned from the camp tour. That's the beginning of World War II. And Ladies' Night, which lists Miss June Warsaw, yeah, and as a musician.
Souvenir program, Grand Rapids Magicians Club, ladies' night, and that was June 15, 1928. And if you can zoom in on that, give me a thumbs up. Huh? Wow.
Now, we won't go through all these things, but on the occasion that my father was 10 years old, he was selling newspapers on the dock in Detroit to the men leaving for the Spanish-American War. And with the 10 cents he made from doing it, he bought this magic book.
Ooh. Interesting. 10 cents. Oh.
And also going through this old thing, I come across so many ones that we're totally familiar with, and I often wonder why we don't go back to some of the older ones. Do you know what that is?
No.
Something that every magician used to make. If you hold it at eye level, you can read words of these long marks.
Okay,
you
yeah.
hold it this way, you read different words. And then that's just a magic poem. Oh, this is interesting. You're so young, but did you ever hear of Al Baker? This is one of his original spirit slates.
Ooh.
And it was never taken out of the package. And I found it at the bottom of my father's thing. And what is this? Oh, from Abbott's Magic, Percy Abbott, and just a personal letter.
Just a personal letter. Oh, to Abe. Okay, from the Abbott Magic Company, Percy Abbott. Interesting.
And these are some of his early tricks, and these are magic horses that he created with the old books. I could spend
Oh,
the
yes,
whole
yes.
day on these,
You could, yes.
but this is what I wanted to
Okay.
show
Oh,
you.
excellent. Here, we'll just move this a
Yeah.
little bit out of the way, and if we turn it around like this, are you able to? He says he's able to get a view on the table there, and we'll hold it up a little bit.
And this is his original scrapbook. Abe Warsaw.
Abe Warsaw, your
Yeah.
father.
It's a
His
little
scrapbook.
bit the worse for wear.
Yeah, well, no, this is interesting, though.
In here, I remember, was a famous Chesterfield cigarette brouhaha. Do you remember that at all? They exposed some magic,
Oh,
and they were severely criticized, and he has a letter to them, and they wrote back to him. So, what else could I tell you?
well, thank you, June. And now, your family from Detroit. Were you born in Detroit and traveled here? Or were you born in Grand Rapids?
My father was born in Detroit, my mother in northern Michigan.
Okay.
I was born in Chicago,
Oh, Chicago. Okay.
and at 1 year old, I was diagnosed as having bone tuberculosis, and it was cured in those days by immobilizing you. So I wore huge braces from my waist down for years, but I was left in perfect health, although I lumped like a fiend all my life, but I consider myself very lucky. I wish I had a better voice, but
Well, we can hear you fine, and it's always a joy that we see you at our club meetings and club events.
oh, I'll just dash you these. Part of an early trick I did was with an egg beater. You've probably seen something like it. And here in my things I find patter for an egg beater, which seems like one of the world's most useless things. But now there are a lot of magicians that are very good, but we just don't hear them. This was such an interesting man. He's still alive. His name is Brian Glow.
Brian Glow, the magician.
He's a very big Canadian magician.
Yeah.
All right. And
And this is postmarked 1985, or is this 1965? I think 1985.
this is just an article about me.
June Horowitz, teacher, writer, magician. And yes, this was in Gerald Elliott evidently wrote this article. What was this in the Grand Rapids Press? Grand Rapids Press, okay.
There's so many old tricks. I want to go through them again. This is a different kind of linking ring.